Yeah, these anti-Trump demonstrations are expected to be massive.
Called No King's Day.
Bernie Sanders has issued a dire warning.
California may be first, but it clearly will not end here. Other states are next.
Majority of these events, this destruction, this chaos in America, always goes back to the money, and it's George Soros. How do we not hold that guy accountable?
We have the White House is currently under attack. I will show you footage. We also have lawmakers under attack. They're actually dying. But we're finding that there no kings in their car. Just about ready to pass out those flyers after they probably didn't vote the right way, and I think their life was in danger, which, as you can see, it was. We have the left feverishly wanting to overthrow the government. Whoever this guy is who wants to be president, holy shit, Senator Bernie Sanders calls on 15 million followers to violently overthrow the U.S. government today. I will show you live aerial footage. Well, I mean, on the ground footage. And I am on the ground in L.A. Maybe I'll get some good action tonight. Because Bravo is always about good action tonight. Also, propaganda. I see your comments in the comments section. You're like, this is propaganda. That is I am fully aware that everything is propaganda. Because you have money and power on one side and money and power on the other side. But I'm all about the money. How can we get some of that? Which I will show you at the end of the video. Because you come here because you want to know how fast is this world burning. I'm here to show you it's cooking. I mean, maybe not as fast as some of us want. And because today is the first day that you've ever subscribed to a channel, thank you so much. I come bringing balanced news. I say things like, I believe in open borders, which would freak you out. I believe in vetted open borders. Let me explain. First, we offer you nothing. You come here, there is nothing free. Like back in the day when there was open borders and we didn't have a problem. That's because we didn't have free stuff. You eliminate the free stuff and people don't show up. But if you tell people, hey, if you show up, you make $5,000 a month, they're all going to show up. And do I see America doing away with everything is free? Probably not. A few months ago, you hop that border, you get free Social Security, maxed out, unlimited for life. So there you have it. There's a dude on the other side of the screen that might teach you something. What I really want you to do with all the war and violence and chaos is I want your digits to go up so you can have freedom. That's it. And, oh, hey, 250 years. Congratulations. I salute you, Army. I am into the freedom thing. I did serve in the military. John and Bravo lacks freedom and financial freedom. That's why I talk. Like, oh, by the way, during these wars and all this stuff that's going on, buy it. Which, again, I will show you at the end when to buy, but then you got to sell it. So what do you guys want to see first? Israel blown up Iran blown up Israel, or the insurrectionist at the Capitol. Also, well, I'll do that. Also, hey, no green screen. This is me, El Natural. Oh, and by the way, I never wear makeup. This is it. Here, see? Johnny Bravo. Los Angeles, doing Father's Day and my grandkid's 3rd birthday. I got four grandkids while all this stuff nonsense is going on, and these kids are like popping them out like Pop-Tarts. But here, and last night, here, let me zoom in on last night. The No Kings storm the Capitol, right? Do they go to the gulag for 2 years? Insurrectionists that storm the Capitol, we will see. Didn't work out too well. AKA zip ties. I remember using those, especially on fat people. The academy, they never trained me. I arrested a real fat guy, and I couldn't. My handcuffs didn't fit. And then you do a radio call looking like a complete idiot, and they're like, "What?" I'm like, I can't get my handcuffs on him. They're like, put them on in the front. It's 2 pairs. Try zip tie. I'm like, you're good. I wrote tickets. I'd pull people over. I just never write them. They didn't like me. Well, my boss didn't like me. Girls that cried their way out of it. Oh, I was a fan. Now let's head over to the Middle East and see what's a poppin'.
Mike, good afternoon. We can exclusively report, according to an Israeli official, that the Israelis have targeted Iranian gas infrastructure near the southern Iranian city of Bandar Abbas. This was a single strike, and I am told by this official it was meant to send a warning to the Iranian regime as Iran uses ballistic missiles to target major population centers in Israel.
So now let me just pause this video and should I move Big Mike? You can't really see my chin. Here, is that better? Okay, so let me just explain. Here's my thought. Stay out 100%. If Israel wants to take out Iranian nuke sites, Okay. I know if they're capable. I don't know. Have they been saying it for 20 years? Yes. Do I believe anything the government tells me about weapons of mass destruction? No. Do I want your son or daughter dying for that? Probably not. Do I want to teach your son or daughter how to make a shat ton of money trading it? Yes. Which I know I said I was going to save this to the end, but I'm just going to squeeze a little bit in on you. That's what dudes do. They just buy you dinner and I just want to snuggle. Just the tip, nuclear warhead. Did I say it right? Nuclear warheads. No, wait. All right, so here we go. Nuclear war headlines and markets are down. Are you ready? You don't buy. Nuke war doesn't happen. You're sidelines. You buy. You're rich. Say that again. You don't buy. You're sidelined. You buy. You're rich. See, I went all out. Excel spreadsheet. Nuclear war happens. You die. You die. You have one option. Click the buy button. If we go back in time, the Vietnam War. Buy the invasion. Okay? Just saying. Gulf War. Definitely all in. Buy the Afghan invasion. You're down. All right. Well, I mean, you should have taken profit. Do you see? It's a V. It's a V. It's actually, I even have that in my course. Get into the V and you'll come out like me. You just gotta, I don't know. 6 kids. I don't know. Good idea. Bad idea. You have a lot of things in your back. Hey, that's marriage. Your quiver is full. It's a biblical reference. Like, oh, your quiver is full. Okay. If you say so, you can have my quiver. Iraq war. Buy the invasion. The Crimean crisis. Buy the invasion. Did I say Crimean or whatever? Also, I've been waiting for this. I told you to wait. Okay. Rising wedge. It's gonna roll over. It did. Turn my indicators on like that. I feel like I'm a kid in this candy store. 789. It goes purple. Here, right here. This is how we trade. It goes up. Okay. This is where you're taking profit. Also, if you take my new course, I'll teach you how to do all of this. Look, see, it says step by step, and I have limited time. It's $2.99, and then the price goes to $3.99. And I can stop repeating myself once this is all done, like a broken record. You can short this if you want. And in my new course, I actually did, and it was after hours, and it was futures. Okay. Also, before I forget, $199 for the futures course. That's just a quick little 1 hour sale. That thing's been $1,000. Everyone's like, I want to trade after hours. Why didn't you tell me? In the new AI course, I'm actually trading after hours futures. I'm like, all right, guys. So this is what's going to, anyways, guys, in this zone, okay, it's going to bounce. So you're going to want to close the short and then get into a swing up. And if for some reason this NASDAQ, the Dow, the S&P 500, all of them get above that Bravo 9, close your position. That's it. Hold stupidity. And for the stupid people that are like, why don't you ever post the losses? Because I post what I meant, 93%, 400%, 200%. Because my losses are like fast. Like a brief fart in the wind, or when you crop dust when you're in a crowd of protesters. You don't, was it me? Just keep on moving. So when you constantly hear things like this, or even me say, Americans fear stock market crash, this is skyrocketing. Yes, and I'm okay with that. I buy the recovery, buy the momentum. I also don't buy her. And I'm sure she's been bought, but whatever. Just excited about her being our president one day. I would prefer to look at her over Gavin Newsom. I'm just saying. But Texas prepares for weekend protests with National Guard deployment. Greg Abbott, and Greg's not going to take anything. He's not taking it. I don't know Greg personally. I live in Texas. I wouldn't be doing it, except for like in Austin. Austin, go ahead. Everything, you run wild. Also known as take your money and run. This Jay Bravo guy on X posted this. TikToker, shout out to the good-looking guy. TikToker offered $200 a day to join the ICE riots. Claims he was informed of pallets of bricks and tools being provided. So that's why I'm here. And maybe a little bit of, Father's Day. Let's listen in.
Just got offered $200 a day to go protest ICE in New York. The organization was called No Kings. They said June 14th we're going to be protesting, and these are the streets that you need to be on, and this is what you need to do. You need to cause chaotic disruptions, and they said that there's going to be pallets of like bricks and different things everywhere that protesters could use. They really want to wreak havoc. It's kind of ridiculous. Me as an American, although I need the money, I'm like, this is very, very unpatriotic.
I also cannot confirm any of that. Just a guy with a recording device. And I scratched my head about this. Minnesota law enforcement just announced that, quote, no King's flyers were found in the car of the suspect who she's no longer breathing. Minnesota State Representative Melissa is now deceased. And I was never an investigator. I just wrote tickets. This, again, I'm not an investigator, but I'm not buying it. Also, she was super choked up when she voted against. She was one of the only ones. It's like, do you think maybe there was a phone call made prior, like, just to let you know, you're no longer going to be breathing if you vote that way? Oh, and if you think political parties or people in politics don't axe one of others, they do. Just ask Bill's wife. Let's take a little listen in.
I know that people will be hurt by that vote, and we worked very hard to try to get a budget deal that wouldn't include that provision.
So RIP Congresswoman, I'm so sorry. My prayers go out to the families. It's tough sometimes to make the right decisions. While New York City, this is insane. They're blowing up, sorry, cops. Looks like you guys will probably be getting new vehicles. 11 NYPD vehicles torched, connected to LA riots. Like, connected? I don't know. A masked vandal. Okay. Stuck in the vid era, poured gasoline on patrol cars and used fire starters before being interrupted by an officer. Did you catch him? I'm going to go probably not. Which another is just crazy. How do you burn a dozen patrol cars and not get caught? I could be wrong. Let's head over to NBS News New York and see. Maybe they caught him.
NYPD is searching for the man accused of setting nearly a dozen NYPD vehicles on fire. It happened in a police yard in Bushwick. And as Alicia Reed reports, it's believed to have stemmed from ICE protests nationwide.
NYPD detectives continue to investigate the brazen arson that happened inside this parking lot for department vehicles.
Why would you do something like that?
Police say just before 1:30 Thursday morning, the suspect first tried breaking in through the gate at Central and DeKalb Avenues. When that didn't work, he used a small table to climb over the fence. Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch says in total, 11 vehicles were damaged by what appears to be homemade incendiary devices. The suspect was interrupted by station house security and took off down an alley, leaving behind evidence.
In total, we found 12 unignited fire starter balls and 10 unignited haystack bundles, as well as a torch-style lighter.
At the scene, Mayor Adams says intel has connected the suspect to protests happening in Los Angeles and other parts of the country. He says the city is using every resource to bring him to justice.
Police commissioner says everything used in this arson was legal and can be purchased at a store, but when used to commit a crime is a felony. ATF is aiding in the investigation. Detectives are canvassing a wide area to find the person responsible.
Well, breaking news. They have video footage. Police officers, 12, didn't catch him. I don't know. And then always the question, why? I guess in the world we live in, do not ask the question why. You will always be more confused before you ask the question. At the end of the day, just trade the stuff, make your digits go up, your life get better, travel the world. Don't sweat it. And I love you. I'll stay safe tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow.